Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This reading is for Virgos for August. I have asked for one card for the overarching energy of the month, but three jumped out, and not even three, but three very controversial ones. So the first one is the Styx, which is the river um, down in hell, basically. So in Greek mythology, in the underworld. But the card's meaning is a warning that you must turn back, that the decision that has been made or the path that has been taken is not the right one. So in August, you might find yourself on the wrong path. And sometimes because of the costs that you have already, it cost you and you put it in, um, you might not want to. But in order to get or gain success, which is the next card, which is talking about and symbolizing profit, success, and triumph, you really need to stop. You can only get to that success because success and failure doesn't work together. And the first card says that depending on what's coming afterwards, um, you really need to change your plans and stop everything entirely. So I'm not sure what you've been up to, but probably you had very defined plans of what you want to do in August, but it seems you need to stop it. And then the third one, the judgment, is on one hand, it's talking about administrative paperwork and procedures and possible fines. When you are judged, but it's also, for me, it feels more like taking accountability and being responsible for your own judgment and for your own actions. And you might be in opposition to someone who may request an explanation for your past attitude or something. And it just feels to me, in one sentence, that you really have to stop whatever you had on your mind in order to have success. I know you like doing and working and achieving in that way, but sometimes it's the exact opposite what is needed. And that is a much bigger success and abundance. But you need to use your judgment very well. And many times Virgos are very proud of their judgment, but it doesn't mean that you are judging things right. So at this time, stop. Whatever happens, first stop to see the path clearly, or maybe choose another path. Let's see what else is here for Virgos for August. And it might come down differently for those who have the ascendant in Virgo, those who have the sun in Virgo, or even their moon. So three other jumps. It's very funny. Today, cards coming in threes, it seems. So first, you are brilliant. Yes, sometimes we need to remind ourselves that we are brilliant, and you are definitely. Explore fullness. And the last one is a message from the third eye. So, yes, this is very nicely going under the judgment. So, that message, the third eye is usually, what we consider as like something that you can't see. We don't really have it, but we do have. That's the intuition. That's your skill of knowing things even when but they are not visible. So you might need to use your intuition, and although you like thinking logically, you like purifying things, this time you might need to go deeper into intuition and just trusting it. And when you explore that fullness, you might realize that whatever you set your mind up to is not even necessary, that you are already exploring the fullness of it, and you know how to feel that fullness. And if you don't, let's see what these cards say to you for August. Little nice ones. What do you have to say? You are a living work of art. You are always becoming your true self. This is very important because many times Virgos can be very set in their way of thinking, and it all again emphasizes that no matter what, you are a living work of art. And you are always becoming. So it's not about, that, oh, I have done this, so I am this, I became, and then I will stay like that forever. No, you've done that, and then you will do other things, and you will become something else, something more, something better, something, a work of art. And no, it's not about perfectionism, Virgo, please. It's about fully living your every value you have, fully living that art, basically who you are. Okay, let's see the new deck that I have used for the first time for Leos. Oops, no, surprise, it only had two jump down. Right action is motivated by love and the absence of harm. Right action works for the good of all. That's one. And then it's so funny because the right things, Virgos like doing things right. And it's very important that if something is about harm and it's not for the good for all or the others or you and them, then it might not be the right thing. So they keep your fears intact and protect you from experience. They make you feel safe, but more often put limits around your life. Move beyond your comfort zone. Very funny. If you have seen the Leo ones, they've been advised to move out of their comfort zone. So if you think this applies to you, you might want to see that reading too. But these are really nice meditative advices. So this new deck is about what is recommended for you to meditate about this month. And then let's see what these action cards tell me. How can you do that? Here is integrity, which is about aligning your actions with your inner values and be true to yourself and own up to any mistakes. And it's okay. I know you hate making mistakes. I know, because that's the opposite of perfectionism in your mind many times, but it is not. Mistakes are just stepping stones, because you're always becoming. Everybody's making them all the time. And then the next one is transformation. And the struggle is nearly over, it says. Your wings are on their way and get ready to soar. So, just 1 second. It's not too bad, but just hide this one. This is about your internal struggle in August, about a decision, a path to choose, not to choose, how to get that success that you are dreaming about or you want, or you are already almost there. And it's not just about using your judgment. So this is how to align your logic with your intuition so that in that alignment you can be and stay yourself, but a much better transformed self. It's a beautiful one. It's a really, really suitable one for Virgos because you might need heaps of your mind, heaps of your heart to be put into this path. Let's see, what does this card have to say? Okay. Again, funny as 3 came out. So where should I put these ones? Maybe here. One was fertility, one is foresight, and then one is about the star power. So reading it together as a story is that this fertility can be obviously physical human fertility, but many times it's about our creativity. It's about our opportunity to create something new that hasn't existed before. And that foresight that says be basically farsighted and alert is the same like the messages from the third eye. It says that use your eyes, use your third eyes too. So use all your skills and senses so that you know what is important and what is not, so that you can achieve your wealth, that success that you want. So basically what it tells me is that you will probably have an idea that might be brand new, a brand new idea. So when you stop, that's when you create space for the new ideas to come. And when that new idea comes, because you are having this foresight and you are looking into the future and listening to your intuition, here is the star power. You can step into that spotlight And the spotlight, it doesn't have to be like spotlight for everybody, like fame and all sorts. It can be like the person who is listened to at work, the person the family is paying attention to, and whose opinion is more popular because of all that, because you are farsighted, because you integrated your mind and your intuition, and you are aligned in your values. It's very, very powerful and attractive in that sense, and not to mention that new idea. So I'm grateful for that coming out. Let's see. Which one? Which one? Let's see what that new idea might be about. Just to find some help. I think I will go. Might go to this one. Okay. Let's see. It's another deck. And let's see. What is this about? Sovereignty, fertility, and battle. For me, it tells that whatever path you are on, you want to win something. You want to, obviously, you want to succeed in something. But it seems that it has many, many battles in order to win. But I think what you will find, the new idea will be about the dominance of how to win that battle, how to how to I want to say how to be fertile in the solution, but it's like maybe the new idea will give you something, like it's more of like the appreciation of others, the that kind of dominance that shows your smartness, that shows your integrity, that shows your foresight. So basically, it didn't really tell me what the idea is about, but the idea will be around winning the battles, the around, knowing that there are other ways. And probably you will find another way. So immediately as you stop, then you will start thinking and make space for that new idea, and you will find it, and it will be a fertile ground to actually just experiment with new ideas. Okay, I want more from these ones. Somehow it's just calling me back, because this is the deck that I used to ask, like, what can Virgo do in order to achieve that one? So one was the go with the flow, and it also says to loosen your grip and release control and expectations of the outcome. So basically, it's not just loosening. This time it was a solid stop, and going with the flow, and it's more probably will bring you more ideas than you think. And the other one was the heart's treasure chest, and it says open your treasured heart and share your riches with the world equally. Allow yourself to receive. Uh-huh. That one comes back to me, to the fertility and all that. Basically, it tells me the collaboration. So if you are at work and having struggles, probably you need to stop the whole thing, rethink the whole idea, and come up with another one where you, as a group, coming up with it, and you share yourself, you give and you receive, and that will give you a different type of charisma. That will give you a different type of not only acceptance, but um, yeah, the charisma was the best word. The new type of being looked up at for who you truly are and what you deserve. Okay, so let's see if there's anything about the love life. Dear Virgos, there was a lot about work, and nothing really felt like, even the fertility didn't feel like connected to real human fertility, I mean. But let's see what is going on or will be going on in August in Virgo's love life. Give us some clues. Okay, we've got 4. That's that's a story on its own. So it starts with flying high and feeling infatuated or having an affair, an intense one, but also mending souls. So you can love with purpose and heal with compassion. There might be someone who is really, really making you feel valued, making you feel appreciated, and has heaps of empathy for you. But it also has the two sides. So you need to navigate the delicate balance of giving and taking, and don't be selfish. Really, really, this person really seems to be empathetic, loving, passionate. And the last one is choose wisely. So when you make decisions, consider the long-term issues before you commit, and it's really good to wait sometimes and compromise and trust. I think this tells me that in August there is somebody next to you who is really loving, who is it's not just loving, it's not just that that person loves you, but it's more about how that person makes you feel. It makes you feel that he or she is part of your soul, he's part of your destiny, he's part of your, even the infatuated romance. And yeah, with time and effort, you can navigate it perfectly. So there might be little hiccups, but it seems that you are on the right path, and it's very positive, and you can take compromises here for the long term benefits. It's all working for you. So yeah, look at that. Happy love life for August for Virgos. I think I will leave it as that. And if you are curious about your moon, your ascendant, or other signs, then check them out later on. Bye.